Awesome. Here we go. All right. Thanks everyone for the help and support and patience. I'm just going to take a grounding breath to get my nervous system settled and ready to share and teach my knowledge and what I know in how to release shock out of the body. So, interestingly enough, this photo was taken, oh God, stuff's happening already. This photo was taken almost 2 years ago in Mount Maunganui, my first ever tour I did in sharing shock release and releasing grief out of the body. For some of you on here, you may not realize that I work in the unseen world, the spiritual arts as well. I'm not focusing so much on that today. But that's my honest truth. That's who I am and that's what I do. But this tour was about connecting to the unseen and helping release grief. And the first, oh God, there's so much coming through me right now. The first ever event I did was in Mount Maunganui, under the mountain. Just been there. I was there on the day that this all happened, that the landslide happened in Mount Maunganui. I'd been there for a few days and then I left to come home. And then I was just there on the weekend and a lot happened in terms of feeling and shifting energy and stuff like that. So yeah, I just wanted to share that. My name's Cristalle. I've been doing this work for 8 years now, like full time as my full-time job, purpose. Love it, love my life, love helping people. Yeah, and I just want to share my knowledge with you guys. But first of all, I'd like to offer some acknowledgements. So I would like to honor, give love and respect to the Maunga. And if you're not in New Zealand and don't understand Māori language, that's the mountain, Mount Maunganui, or Maua as it's known. All people involved in the event, the families, the first responders, just the extended network of when there's a tragedy. I also want you to sit with, acknowledge any events, natural disasters, loss, trauma, shock that is resonant and sits with you. In Australia, there's like the bushfires, there's floods, just recently happened, like there's so much going on. I just want you to spend a moment to acknowledge all the loved ones who have passed, all people affected by trauma of any loss and natural disasters of the past, the land, just the changing, the taking of human souls and loss, the destruction, and all that roll-on effect it causes and stress and the economy. Just stress in all different layers for different reasons for different people. So the purpose of this for me is to offer love and healing. And I just want to invite us to close our eyes and take a breath into the heart. And ask you to spend a moment of silence, feeling into where you're sending your love and compassion right now. Mm. It's really feeling into where you wish to send your love right now, whether that's to yourself, that's to someone you know. One of the people lost in the tragedy in Mount Wanganui was a friend of mine I went to university with her mother. That was kind of a close connection. So I was wanting to send lots of love specifically to my friend. Just again, moving through acknowledgements. I would like to acknowledge my journey in the world of the healing arts. I want to thank myself for following my true soul's calling and all the events, the teachers, the mentors who have led me to this moment. A big special thank you to my family, my son Johnny, he's turning 9 this weekend, and my awesome loving partner Aaron. Foremost and importantly, though, a massive acknowledgement goes out to Dale Speedy, who, if you don't know who he is, a lot of you will. He is the founder of Contact Care Flintlock Release, which is the modality I first stepped into when I stepped into the healing arts. And this is the foundation of everything I do. Everything. It's all based on bone, releasing trapped shock out of the bone. And if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be where I am today. He really showed me the foundations of how to change people's state, change lives, aid the body in releasing shock, releasing physical pain, disease, emotional trauma, all sorts of stuff. He specifically works with the foundations of the bone. And hey, if we were here without bone, what would we be? A floppy mess on the floor, basically, wouldn't we? So this modality is so awesome because it's foundational. It's working with the bone. Now, I've evolved it beyond just the physical. I work in all the different layers. I figured that out in the first lockdown. But as we go through, you'll see what I mean and how I do this. So a lot of this wisdom and knowledge is on the foundational basis of what Dale Speedy has taught me. If you want to know more about him and that modality and go train with him, contactcare.co.nz. Nikki, if you can, could you drop that website into the chat for me? Nikki's a practitioner. I know she's on here. So I'm not going to stop and jump into the chat much, guys, because I need to keep talking and the flow will break and I'll lose my track. So I'm not going to be interacting on the chat until I specifically say. If you have something burning, I'll offer a time for questioning, but genuinely raise your hand. Otherwise, I'm probably going to ignore that too until the end because I really want to get through this from start to finish, squeeze it into this hour. And then at the end, I'm going to be open for questions and answers, okay? So let's move on. Some ground rules. Please stay on mute. Again, raise your hand below in the raise hand department if there is something burning. I'll feel into that intuitively whether I go to it or not. Welcome to stay on after the hour to share for the debrief. And yeah, ditch your phone, put your phone away, put it on airplane mode, like really focus on you, yourself, your learning, your self-development right now. I'm just gonna look at this. So in the brief, I said that we're going to look at 3 steps to releasing shock out of the body. Shock triggers trauma. Okay, so I've got these 3 spirals here. I'm going to stand up soon and get really animated because I get really excited about this. So first of all, when I'm working with you as a practitioner, I place my hands on the body and we do like an introduction. I read the body, I do an energy read, I feel where the pressure is, where the shock is in the body, and we go from there. There's other ways I'm doing it. We can talk first. I can tune in and work out ages and stages of where your shock is, what's happened. That's a whole nother seminar. But basically, we're going to identify the shock and trauma. A, by either you telling me what it is, B, by me intuitively knowing what it is, or C, I can feel it in my body. Obviously, in a group session, that's not going to be the case because I'm not going to be able to be like, da, 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 like taking all this information. So I've worked out another way to do it. And I've done it a couple of times in group sessions in person and once online. This is on a way bigger scale. And so bear with me and just come along for the journey. No expectations. Just have an open heart and mind that we're going to try and shift some, stuff for you and trust that it will work. Ask for it to work. Have belief in yourself and your own body's innate knowledge that it is going to work. The second part of it is feeling it in the body. So when we're taking you through the steps, you will feel it in your body. If you're doing it for someone else, for example, of the tool I'm going to send you afterwards, you could feel it in their body. In the beginning, your monkey mind will probably get in the way and trick you, and you'll think, oh, I don't know, I'm not doing it, but you will be doing it. So yeah, it's just trusting and knowing. This is all introductory, this is all new. Don't expect to be an expert in 2 seconds. Just ask for this relief in your body and your nervous system. Okay? And then the next part of it is step 3, we're going to actually release it. 1, 2, 3, release. Okay? I'm going to guide you through that and I'm going to hold that for you and do it for you. You might say, how the hell does that happen? Well, I do this all the time distantly online every day, and we have massive breakthroughs, physical changes in the body. Everything is energy, okay? Everything is energy. Everything is intention. Excuse me. So just have trust and faith. I know my shit. I know what I've been doing. I've been doing it for a long time. If you have belief, it can and it will work. Moving right along here. Actually, I do have an intuitive hit, an inclination to ask, does anyone have any questions before we move along? Raise your hand or pop in the chat. I'll have a quick look at the chat. I'm just trying to manage all this, honestly. I'm an in-person, hands-on kind of gal, so all this sort of new tech stuff is intense. Oh, I see that the link there. Thank you, Nikki. All right, moving along. No questions. I did give you the opportunity. All right. So I've been using this way in which I heal, I don't heal. I help guide your body to heal. Um, I've been using this method for 8 years now. It's obviously develops and evolves every single day by working on different people. Those of you stepping into the healing arts or in the healing arts or wanting to be in it, you don't get better by not doing this with people, okay? Or animals, or doing their work. You cannot learn to drive a parked car. I am an Aries, I am fire, I am full tit. When I'm interested in something, get out of my way. I am going down every rabbit hole to discover. Okay? So that's what I did. I've developed, and it's a continual evolution in the work that I do, because I'm also a firm believer in our souls, our body. We know everything already, okay, that we need to know to help ourselves and to help others. We just need to remember. And sometimes we need help. Sometimes we need extra tools, extra things to help us remember. But once you have that innate knowing, intuition, your intuition's firing, you're on, man, and your soul will bring you through all the information and tools that you need without having to externally go and grab them all the time. Obviously, I love working with other healers. I love learning new things. I'm always spending time and energy on professional development and developing myself, my own skills. Like, to be honest, with the healing and the intuition, I'm pretty good there. But I do still actively seek and learn new things when I feel it. But for me, the area I need more support in is the actual 3D practical physical administration-y thing. So I'm continually doing professional development so I can do stuff like this for you guys, Zoom, blah, blah, blah. Um, and also in the physical, like trying to keep my body healthy and life force and vitality and all of that so that I can fully serve in my purpose. So I don't know, well, I'm going on a bit of a tangent here, as I do, as you guys know that know me. But anyway, back to the point of the story. It's there's all these different layers in which I've developed this modality. And when I was in the first lockdown, I had the physical of contact care down packed. Now, contact care is based on Eastern medicine, meridians, um, energy systems. So one day I was watching Gaia, which is like a spiritual Netflix in the first lockdown, and I watched this program called that had the emotion code in it. And I was like, oh, I reckon that the emotions can tie into um all the stuff I know about the meridians. It'll make more sense in a minute because I'll show you a picture. And yeah, I just figured out, sorry, I need to move my my finger sequence so I can see what I'm actually trying to say. Um, yeah, so different meridians, muscles, bones were affected. And what I started to see in the patterns in what I'm doing is the effect that terror and shock has on the body and what diseases it leads to. Okay. So what I've found in all of my work, I've kind of become we can look at all the emotions, but when I'm working with my body and my higher self, trying to find the thing that's going on for you is terror and shock. And what I've found is that terror lives in the bladder system, the bladder meridian. Okay. And if you're here to release the trauma, you're reading this on the screen, but I 100% guarantee you that terror is living in your body in at least 5 events in your life. And I guarantee you will suffer from one of these ailments: sciatic pain, hot feet, back pain, shin splints, bladder issues like UTIs, stuff like that, or just unexplained pains in that space, that sacral space, the bladder, the womb, sore neck, or having a bulge in the back, sore back. So if that is you, can you please just drop a yes? You can be specific, tell me what it is if you want. You don't have to. Just drop a yes in the chat. I just want to see how many this is actually resonating with. Over we Oh, Jesus. All right. We've got lots of information. Yep. Yep. Yes, yes, a couple of them, sciatic pain, lower back pain, yes. Yep. Oh, shit. I'm getting lower back pain on the left-hand side. I'm picking up on someone's stuff. Yep. Used to get an UTI with an old abusive partner. Yep. And so, like, I could talk for hours on this stuff, you guys, but like I say, we're in a little bit of a time frame. So if you're wanting to know more about it, keep an eye on my stuff. I'm going to be doing more of these, talking specifically about different ailments as well. The next one is going to be on autoimmune healing and how I've helped that. And some people that I've worked with are going to come on and share their experiences. So that's happening on February the 15th, next Sunday. So awesome. Good to just see that it's resonating and making sense for you guys. I'm not just talking a lot of hoo-ha. All right. So I just want you to just think about this to yourself. I'm going to go through an answer. I'm not going to usually I interact with the when I'm doing it live, but basically I need to stand up now because this is where I get excited. Just my screen. So basically, tell me, like, think about it. What happens when electricity or electric shock, whatever, hits water? Boom, it spreads and it spreads fast with force, right? How much of the human body is made up of water? It's like 78% or something. Bone is made up of 78% water. So when the shock enters the body, oh, sorry, so what happens when shock enters the body, made of mostly water? Boom. It's gonna travel, it's gonna hit somewhere and it's gonna hit it hard. Where's the space in your body where we hold most of the water? It's the bladder, isn't it? And the cells. Okay? So ultimately, what I've discovered is we're on the phone, we get the phone call, hey, there's just been a landslide on Mount Maunganui and mum's missing, and we think she's in that the landslide. We think she's a part of it. What do? We go, we're at shock, trauma, like fight or flight, freeze. I just got goosebumps. Oh my God, it's actually quite a lot for me, guys, because this is so real and what's happening. And I can feel your guys' emotion and energy as well. But that's what we do. We lock up, our diaphragm locks up, we go into shock, and this energy, bang, travels straight to the bladder, water, because it's where we're holding our water. And what happens is it stays there. It spiral contracts, it locks in, hardens the organs, and then it causes all um these other problems in the body. When it's a physical impact, it's the same thing. Say that I get a big hit to the chest, my bone is going to spiral contract and it's going to suck in all the connective tissues, creating a heaviness here and an equal and opposite pressure in my body. The pain's not going to be here. It will be from the initial impact, like the bruising and the soft tissue stuff, but the pain is going to be in my lower back. Equal and opposite pressure. It's the same with an emotional hit, energetic response to the body. So blah blah blah. Anyway, is this making sense? Please tell me in the chat, is it making sense to you? Are you like, holy shit, this is actually like, yeah, Crystal's woohoo as can be woo-woo as, but this stuff is like real common sense stuff. And literally, I mean, I didn't make all this stuff up. I didn't work out the contact care method and release. I didn't work out the emotion code, but I've worked out how to marry it all up and make it work for me to make it work for you. And it's so freaking simple and easy once you know how to do it and get it out. It doesn't have to be days and hours of talk therapy. It doesn't have to be or years of it or keep remembering it. Yes, the trauma and the event is going to be a memory in your body. But after this, the goal is for it to be no more triggers, okay? No more triggers of this keeping you in fight or flight in your nervous system. So this helps with PTSD, um, anything that's triggering you. Sometimes it's a deeper session. Well, a lot of the time it's a deeper session and there's layers and we've got to go into inner child and cord cutting and affirmations stuff to work with the layers, but genuinely to get that shock out of the body that's causing dis-ease, like a literal disease, like fibromyalgia, autoimmune, back pain, any of these things, it will release. What also happens is, we get this initial shock of the trauma, terror. I believe it is always 99% time terror is the first response. Shock, terror, which is the fight or flight system, the adrenals, and we decide our body's natural self-defense system response. How are we going to respond to it? An example of this is just a really shitty example, but say you're with a partner and they've been cheating on you, or you've got this intuition that that's happening, and you see the text message on their phone to confirm that. And then later on, you've broken up, blah, 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 but you're still in other relationships with people. And when the phone goes off, your body has this response. We want to get rid of that. We want to clear that story, that habit. So this is a big picture stuff. This works with so many different things. I think I'm rambling a bit here, so I'll move on. So anyway, this is just to show you the example of the all the different emotions in the motion code, the different let's see if I can point here. No, I can't. Yeah, there. Ooh, somewhere up there. Anyway, the kidneys, the blood, like all the different body systems, meridians, things like that, that all relate, that all have emotions, 60 emotions. Here today, we're focusing on terror, and I would just do layers and layers and layers and layers of terror and shock for people. It's the main one I work with. The other main one I work with is the sexual organ meridian, runs straight down the middle of the body. Pride, shame, shock, unworthiness, worthlessness. Most of us all have layers of unworthiness, not stepping into our purpose, or the way our parents spoke to us and brought us up, the way we are in relationships, so many things. You will all relate to this. I don't even need a yes in the chat. I know that everybody has layers of unworthiness. I'm pretty confident and pretty happy and pretty aligned in my truth, and I'm still working on those layers. So yeah, it's a thing. It's a real thing. So here's an example of a picture. Now I've got the reference to contact care. This image has been used and taken from my practitioner's level, advanced practitioner's level of flinch lock release. I like using it because it has an example and it shows you these meridian lines and it shows you the muscles that are physically affected, shows you the organs, and it shows you the nerve nerve response in the back. So see the black spots? That's kind of where when you've got these traumas of emotion, of terror and shock, this is where the pain also might present, or where you actually get the pressure coming out, the physical response. See how that rib line is in the diaphragm line as well. So again, is this kind of blowing your mind? If it's not, that's okay. But if it is this kind of blowing your mind and like, wow, this is all making sense? Can you see the muscles, the neck, the shoulder pain? And where it says bladder and kidney, we're primarily focusing on the bladder, but everything's connected and related. But when the bladder system is under duress, you're gonna have your I guess issues, or like if other systems through the night, you'll wake up at certain times of the night because your system is trying to heal itself, it's trying to fix you. And this is typically the time of day, if you're wondering what that time means. I don't know a shit ton about that side of it. I haven't gone deep into that. But if you're into Eastern medicine, traditional Chinese medicine, meridians, and you know about all this stuff, this will be making sense to you, or you can go off and research it yourself. Or just moving on. So yeah, this is just a little example of done on Canva of this again, the different emotions. See how we're focused here on terror, but conflict, creative insecurity, terror, unsupported, wishy-washy. So just feeling like never feeling grounded or feeling unsure. And obviously the disease, the sensory system that's going to affect is your ears, and it's a skeletal propulsion system. So if we're talking Louise Hay, and what does emotion mean? Moving forward, stopping you from moving forward. Okay. Is this making sense again? It's pretty exciting stuff. Like, drop in the chat for me. I'll just have a look at the chat. Oh, I just read a comment in there. I peed my pants from the shock. Never happened before. So this is a thing, bedwetting. So children or people that have suffered sexual abuse may not have had problems with bedwetting. Then all of a sudden they start bedwetting at a random age. Yeah, and the shock and terror is huge. I just dealt with the family in Australia who the mother was wetting herself and the daughter, but they were both carrying the same trauma when it came to living in a narcissistic relationship, parents splitting up, and me going deeper and with what I can do, getting to those triggers and just working with those onion layers. Because you can't, sometimes you can release something in 1 hour, one session, bang. Like I've done it before with a woman with fibromyalgia for 22 years, found that core impact zone, found that core trigger bone, which was on C7, released it. She has not had fibromyalgia since in her whole life. I worked with other people with fibromyalgia, hasn't had the same story because layers and the trauma kept coming, kept presenting. Her trauma, her layer, this specific event was car accident, crashed on C7, bang, got it, easy release. Other people, it's been like layers of sexual abuse and it's been and kept presenting like there was no change or catalyst to remove from that space. So you'd get somewhere, you'd get them better, you'd get it gone for a week, 2 weeks, a month, whatever thing came that actual physical event in life happened again. So it's different for everyone. I'm not going to promise anything and this is going to happen, this is going to happen for the same person. Obviously, we're all just this intricate mycelium network of craziness that's happened in our lives, our past lives, intergenerational, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, lots to understand. Just checking the chat. Awesome. So cool that it's making sense for you guys oh God, I didn't mean to press that. Hope I didn't mark that up. Awesome for those of you that are working with these systems already. Hopefully this is a tool that you can add to your belt. And what about waking up with pins and needles, hands and feet? That's usually from flinch lock or lock and pressure in the neck. So you've probably had a car accident or a whiplash or a concussion or something like that, and it's locked up in that neck, in the vertebrae. 99% of the time, that's what I find. So thanks for asking that question. I love to share the magic, magic, magic. All right. So just before we start, I want you to get comfortable. I want you to be sitting down. Majority of the time we receive emotionally shocking news is we're either standing or we're either sitting down. I want you to sit down because I don't want you to pass out. You'll be like, what? Honestly, once we start shifting this energy and shifting it fast, you can feel really light and faint. So yeah, sit down, be comfortable, close your eyes, just start breathing into your body, helping you stay calm. I'm going to talk you through what I want you to do. I don't want you now to focus on the screen. The screen is for me and my prompts and my notes. In fact, I may stop sharing the screen so I can see you guys in the picture and what's happening. Actually, that's what I will do. But I'll just pop along to here. So just starting to get comfortable. So yeah, I'm going to talk you through this. The tools will be emailed out as a document to you. If you don't get it or whatever, I'm not the greatest with admin. I don't have a big VA team yet. It's just me. I'm a one-man band, so please be kind. Yeah, just I'm gonna say message me if you somehow don't get it. Yeah, I want there to be an element of surprise to what we're working with. So I just want you to be in your body, closing your eyes. Your subconscious, your self-defense system is going to do the work for you. Okay? You just need to listen to me and put your hands where I tell you to put them. That's basically it. And just feel into your body. Get out of your monkey mind. Just ask yourself, your team, if you believe in that stuff, to support you to just be still, be in this moment, be here for you now. All right. So these are my notes, okay, guys? I just want to see what I've put on the next page. Oh, yeah, cool. Just check where I am. I don't really practice much first or anything, so it's all freestyle for Crystal. But so basically, your hands, you're going to be sitting down with one hand on your manubrium, okay? So you've got your two clavicles here, right where my necklace is pretty much. One hand on the manubrium, in between the clavicle, collarbone. Did you know clavicle in Latin means key? So this is the hold I do every time introducing my energy to someone else's body, my skeleton to their skeleton, to let them know what's about to happen. And I'm about to do this 1, 2, 3 release method on them. And it's almost like that every time the self-defense system relaxes and lets me in. If it's not relaxed and there's blocks, it's very hard to get in. There is a trick to it though, because in your mind, you might not be letting me in, but because I'm doing the release on the bones, and other practitioners in this space that are listening right now will know what I'm talking about. The bones feel it and they kind of break through your mind a bit. Like it's like the nervous system, the central nervous system knows. So we're getting to that key. And then C7. Okay, C7 is the jutty outy part on your neck. So if I go to the side there, it's just, if you just lean your neck forward a tiny bit, it's the main bone that just jumps out. C7. Okay? This is the core to your self-defense system. If you have had any injuries, impact injuries on C7, autoimmune system problems, autoimmune system problems is the main one, actually. But this is the body read. This is how we read. So what I want you to do is just sit there, relaxed. Either hand, doesn't matter which hand's on which. Use your bird fingers. But use your whole hand. So you're like holding yourself. You're having a nice, comfortable, relaxed, firm grip. You want to be comfortable all the time. Oh gosh, I can already feel everyone's breath going. You want to be comfortable all the time. If it starts hurting in your shoulder or your neck, just move your hand to your lower back or move your hand somewhere in your body where it feels comfortable, because you're not going to get the same result if you're not comfortable and you're in any sort of pain. Unless you have pain all the time, just work with it. Just try and tap into your own inner knowing, your own body's into knowing, your intuition. This method is based around safety and comfort at all times. Okay? So the next part of it is, I'm just wanting you to sit there, eyes closed, relax, and just comfortable breathing. I am going to sit down and drop right into it in a minute. I'm just still doing the instructional part. And we're going to no, I'm not going to talk you through that. That's for me. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing now because I'm going to get distracted and go all over the place. Stop share. And here I am. Hello, all you beautiful people. It's so nice to see your faces. I was just talking to myself before. All right, so all the position in your hands are looking really, really good. Really good. So what I want you to do now, while you guys are doing this, I am sending my energy and intention to you. Imagine my hand over your hands. Okay, this is what I'm doing. I'm going to help collect up all the shock and energy I can, and I'm going to help transmute it with you. So that's what I'm doing, if you're wondering what I'm doing. So what I want you to do is just, let me get started a minute. We want to set an intention. What do you want released out of your body? A, do you want to feel different? Do you have lower back pain? I want this lower back pain gone. That's my intention. B, I want to release this trigger of this specific event. C, I don't know what I want. I just want my body to release something to give me some sort of lightness, happiness, a feeling. So just take a moment to set your intention and ask for in your mind what you would like to release. I can feel a lot of nerves. I can feel the energy like fibrillating, like a lot of electricity. It's really cool, but really intense at the same time. But I love this stuff. I thrive in this environment. So just feeling into what that intention is. I'm placing my hand on your hand now, getting into position. I want you to notice in your body where the heaviness or the pain or the energy shifting is. You're going to start feeling probably energy moving in your bladder or your stomach. That's where I'm picking it up mostly for most of you guys. Might feel a bit freaky, like butterflies. Just keep breathing. Just keep breathing and being comfortable. Trust that I've got you. I'm holding you. And when we are ready to release, I'll tell you. So just keep feeling that heaviness, keep gathering that information. Breathing. There's more to come. More to come. Oof, this is a big container. Like a big bucket of water being filled up with all the shock. And then I'm going to tip it out. Now what I want you to do is think of that moment of trauma or shock that you want to come out. Go to it, feel the emotion of it. This is going to be quick. The worst thing, the shock, what has happened to you recently, it's coming out. There's a lot. Don't be surprised if you start crying or having some emotion. Oh, there's a lot. Here we are, level and square. I'm going to tip this bucket out. Tip out the shock. I'm going to slightly move on 1. I'm going to slightly move again on 2. And the third 3 is the big push out into the spiral, spiraling through the shock like a whirlwind. And then it will start tipping out. Then you'll start feeling light. Bring it all out. I can feel just shock coming out of all different parts of my body. My arms are shaking, my back and my head is tingling. Like I've got uncontrollable shivers, which is shock. It's shock coming out of our bodies. When you feel like it's all tipped out from the specific event and tension, your hands will feel like they just want to release or melt off those points in your body. You can just let your arms relax naturally when you feel it's done. Still a lot. When you feel it's done, place your hands on your bladder. Place one hand on your bladder and your bird finger under your nose. Don't rush. If you're still at that spot, C7 manubrium, stay there. There's no rush in this. We'll talk you all through it softly, slowly, gently. You'll notice the shift because your body will automatically take its own deep breath, unconscious breath. Oh, and you may start crying. Just remembering if you got lost in the instructions, one hand on the womb, one hand under the nose, just touching those points. Now I want you to, if you're still on that, the nose to bladder point and you haven't done that unconscious breath, stay there, but I'm going to continue on. One hand needs to go on C7. Shake out, yeah, shake out and move the energy if you need to, because it's massive. Whew, my whole body's probably going to be shaking all day for the number of people I'm helping shift the shock. It's amazing. So one hand on C7 and just place the other hand on your outer wrist. Now this is, the point of this is we're giving the pressure somewhere to go now, okay? It's like we've unlocked a tap and the water's flowed down the hose, but then it's got to the sprinkler end that's not open. So we're opening the sprinkler end just to make sure that residual energy is shifting out. And this is kind of not how you normally do it on a client, but this is for the point of the purpose of helping yourself. And what will happen is your body will naturally do a breath or just soften and just want to relax and drop. Then we swap hands and we do the other side. And if you don't get through all of this, it's all going to be in the tool that I'm sending you. So don't stress about it. Just please breathe and please sit with your own intuition, your own body's wisdom. Don't think, oh, I've got to follow the rules and follow along with this. Just, this is a tool. You can go back to it. You're going to get the recording again. If you want to keep doing the layers, keep working on different layers, keep watching the recording. Fast forward to the bit where I show you what to do. C7 again. And we're going to go to the point between our eyebrows, which is the corresponding place to this manubrium, okay? That's a whole nother lesson as well. You guys do that. You're going to be feeling thirsty, pasty, your mouth. Just gauging where everybody's at with watching you guys on the screen. Mine takes faster because I didn't release any shock out of myself. Working with you guys. Just noticing the breath, noticing when the body softens. The next part, C7 to sacrum, just to the lower back. Now, when I'm working with someone else, I would run my hand, and this is in the instructions in the book I send you, I would run my hand down the spine because it just activates and gets the vagus nerve pumping again, activated. If you don't know what the vagus nerve is, go Google it, ChatGPT it, whatever. But ultimately, that's a lot of problems to do with autoimmune and migraines and things like that. Anyway, and regulation and nervous system. So, yeah, you can do your own research on that one. When we get to the last part, we're going to go, one hand on sacrum. And then in intention, we're going to use our hand, but we could reach down if you want to, but just sending that, imagining that you're touching the heel of your foot. Oh, try and get my foot up there. The outside heel of your foot. Okay, so the lower back to the outside heel. Again, notice the softening, notice the breath. And when you're ready, do the other side again. Again, there's no rush. Just take your time. Go slow. I'm just speaking through this. When you're finished, I just want you to place your hands back on the bladder and just imagining that space just filling up with a color of your choice of what comes to your mind or vision, just filling that space up with healing energy. I often like to say healing light, white light. It has just healing energy, recalibrating the cells, getting everything activating and firing again, relaxed. Now, don't be alarmed if after this session you need a pee, or you might actually release some sort of different color pee or mucus, or a lot of women will go away and bleed when they're not supposed to bleed within their cycle. A lot of different things can happen. So reach out to me, email me if something is coming up and you have a question. We are on 1 o'clock, so I know if a lot of you, if you are working, whatever you need to get back to work, do so. Know that the replay's coming and know that the teaching tool is coming. But I'll just continue on with the rest of the slides for you guys. So that was my little notes just to make sure I didn't get off track because I'm really good at going on tangents. So yeah, safety and comfort after this, what can you expect after this? You may feel wiped out, tired. You might need a rest. You might go have a sleep. That's great. You may have been triggered with new thoughts or remembrance of something that's happened or the trauma. We can navigate through that. Go away and journal it and write down what you experienced in this experience. If you want to, you don't have to. I'm always open and interested and love hearing from the people I meet. So please email me your experience or your questions. And as the days go by, notice the change. Has there been any physical pain released? Has there been a change in your body? Because this is ultimately change and working on the onion layers. Are triggers reduced? How's your nervous system feeling? I'm just going to check the chat because I saw something come in there. No, I am not in Tauranga. I am in Coromandel Town. That was just a question. Yeah. So if you want to continue working with me, I've got those tools coming next. But I am based in Coromandel Town. I travel a lot, but I do a lot of this online. Yeah, I just want you to keep in touch with me and fill me in if you have any questions or you're not sure or you want to go deeper with your own stuff, reach out. I just love hearing from people and I'm very open and approachable. Oh, good. Everyone's feeling nice and calm and relaxed. That's the goal. All right. So just a wee bit of information before we go into the question and answer. I'm just going to flick through this, okay? These are just ways in which you can continue your healing work and continue releasing the onion layers. If you want to, you can just keep watching this replay or learn the thing yourself and just see how you go. Your body will know. It'll know what to do, especially when I send the extra teaching tool. You'll, use that. But if you want that more one-on-one stuff or more interactive and accountability, here's a really cool option, a really affordable option. You can see in the I'll get out of the frame. You can see what's offered there take a photo of the QR code if you want to. And again, this is all going to be in the resource tool I send you as well, so don't stress. You'll be feeling blissed out and calm now, so we don't want to get too into the 3D stuff, do we? If you want to go real and deep with me and spend 5 days, 4 nights with me and my partner Aaron, who's also an amazing healer in his own right, a musician, a master chef. He's going to be doing the food and the live music and supporting us in the workshops. We have hired a luxury houseboat in South Australia, April, and that's going to be so awesome. You get your own ensuite room, and we get to keep working with the layers daily in morning workshops, day of tools, healing, one-on-ones, and then just live music, sharing, fishing, kayaking, visiting sacred sites along the river. I have a very strong connection to the Aboriginal spirits and energy of Australia, so a lot happens on these retreats, and that's where you will get transformation, life-changing, and stuff happens there. So again, if that's something you're interested in, there's the QR code, but also it'll come through on the email later. At the moment, I work with, actually, back to the retreat, there's a couple of people in here that are coming. I can't wait to have you guys, Hudson and Sandra, Jody, who are in the call today. This option is deep dive, like hardcore work one-on-one with me, and I'm only taking on 5 new people. You get 8 hours one-on-one where we work through your goals, and then 2 hours integration later on. You do it on your own timeline. You just book in the calendar when you want to see me, and I also develop you your own personal 8-week program with all sorts of tools and affirmations and meditations and all sorts of stuff, journaling, to help you with your goals and your healing goals, or you're activating your leadership, mentorship, and working in this world. So again, that's there. Please stay on if you want to do Q&A and ask me questions and share, because I don't have to be anywhere. I just want to be here with you. Oops, I didn't actually put it in here, but if you want to book a 30-minute call, just a free call, and talk to me about this more and work out a plan and a blueprint for your plan, just click on the take a photo of it and book in. I've got spaces. I can't remember if I put today or not. Today, tomorrow, and the next day. So if they're not available today and you are available today, just message me and we'll make it happen. I'm here all afternoon. So yeah, that's what we can do there. So yeah, live Q&A. I've allocated another hour for that. So it's up to you if you want to stay on and you're interested and you want to ask questions. But yeah, other than that, I will stop the recording now and see where we go from there. And thank you so much for those of you that are here that are leaving now. And I'll read the chat in 1 second. And yeah, let's get into it for those of you that are staying. I'll just somehow stop the recording. Okay, stop recording. Yes. Oh God, what did I do? Shock, trauma. I have so much admin trauma. It's not even funny. It's not even a joke. Okay, stop recording and